This video is going to look at two separate but actually quite similar questions that we received in recent days from our users regarding aggregated expressions, and they both wanted to know whether Adaptable, our AG Grid extension, offers functions that are in Excel. The first of those is rank, and what rank does is it gets a list and it goes through each value in the list and it returns where that value ranks in the list, how high or low it is. And the second function which we were asked if we provided was the Excel large. In that case, not only do you get a list, but you also get an input, and what you return is where the number in the list of how large that is. So let's say, for instance, you got a list of numbers and you say you pass in 3, then you return the third biggest item in that list. So that's Excel rank and Excel large. And you can see that Adaptable itself provides a number of aggregated expression functions, but we don't provide those. We might, and in fact they're both quite interesting use cases, so we probably will add them. But in the meantime, our users are able to do it themselves through aggregated custom expression functions. So these are functions which the developer who's using Adaptable writes herself, and she then provides it with her implementation, so it's available for her users to use in the expressions they write in their own alerts, calculated columns, queries, etc. And in fact, what we've done here in this example is we've provided 4 custom aggregated expressions: product and sum square, which are also Excel, and they're quite basic ones. So you can see product is here. All expression functions take an initial value and have a reducer. They also have description, signature, and examples. So product, we just basically loop through and we multiply the accumulator value by each value in the list. And sum square does something very similar. It gets the accumulator value and it adds the current value having squared it. So they're quite basic custom aggregated functions, product and sum square. But we've also provided the two that we were asked about by our users, rank and large, and we provided implementations here. Again, you have an initial value, you have a reducer. Now for these two, they're far more complicated, so they actually leverage other functions that we provide, or that the developer can provide in the definition, to process the aggregated value and to prepare the row value. And for large, we just process it. I won't go into all the details now. We provide it here so you can look at all the properties that are available, the context that those properties get, what they do, etc. But the other thing we've provided is actually an example where, again, we provide the 4 custom aggregated expressions, and we've written a number of calculated columns that use it. So let me go full screen. Let me show the code. So you can see here are the functions that we provided, and if I go down, here are the calculated columns that use it. So for product, we've got here total rating is just a product of all the ratings, and currency rating is a product of all the ratings grouped by currency, and obviously they're live. So if I change that 2 to 3, you'll see the total rating changes and the currency ratings for those change. We've also got the sum square rating. And more interestingly, we've also provided rank and second largest. So let's first start with amount rank. So essentially what we've got here is a calculated column which ranks the amount column, and therefore we can see them all in order. Number 1 is the one with the lowest value, all the way to number 11, which has the highest value. And then second large amount is a calculated column that's using large with an input of 2, so it's returning the second largest amount, which is 11875, and again it's live. So for instance, if I was to change this one from being the smallest to the second biggest, I change that now, we can see that's now become the second biggest, therefore it's the second largest amount, so it appears here, and then all the other rankings have changed. And again, because these are calculated columns, you can either provide them at design time or runtime. So for instance, if I want to change this second large amount and I want to now make it the 4th largest amount, I can do that. There's the expression. You can see what's provided. And now I change that 2 to a 4. And now this is giving me 904 because 904 is the fourth largest amount because it's going backwards. So there we are. Adaptable provides a number of aggregated functions, and for most users, some percentage, average, min, max, median, count, mode, distinct, only, standard deviation, and weight will be all they need, particularly because you can group them and you can wear them and you can do cumulative and quantile. But like everything in Adaptable, if what we provide doesn't match your particular use case, it's incredibly flexible, so you can add your own functions just like you can add pretty much anything else you want, so that it meets your particular use cases and requirements. If you'd like to know more about Adaptable Query Language, about expressions, or indeed about anything else in Adaptable, please get in touch. We'll be delighted to give you a personalised demo, or indeed provide you with a free, no obligation trial license so you can try out Adaptable for yourself. Thank you for watching.